Hi all, Hal here with more Space Engineers, and as you can see, we've gotten a bit of stuff done. So we will talk about what is going on, where we are, and what the plan is for today. But first, we have to get started, so let's go. So happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and are having a terrific week thus far. As you can tell, we have gotten quite a bit done. So making sure that pattern is actually the same all the way across. It should be. There. So if you remember when we were together last time on Dragon Ball Z, we were working on a bit. So we actually have the ship, we have the welding system, but the problem that we ran into is that the welding system basically was only welding the landing, the what we're using as a landing pad, these blocks here. The welders used to have a penetration out to 2 to 3 blocks. But the catch is that the hitbox for these guys is so low is that it wasn't actually able to hit them. So we had to go through and weld all of this up by hand. And we still have, as you can tell, quite a bit to do in here. Mostly around the perimeter section. But we did get pretty much everything in here welded up to where it needs to be for right now. We also did get the entire upper deck area done, so this is all welded in. There's a couple of blocks over there, just the edge blocks I'm not too worried about. And we actually do have the ship up here now, so we have our little scout ship. It is piped in and connected. Well, those... I don't remember if I changed that so that those are power only, which is fine because, well, we don't really need it to be piped in. If we need to pipe in for anything, we have the big field over there. So for now, that works. Now I may change that and actually pipe those in at some point, but I haven't decided on that yet. So this is the area that we were just in. Let's head up this way really quick. Because we did do a bit in here. So we've gone ahead and welded up all of the stairs all the way down on both sides. One of the things that I was talking about last time that I didn't actually point out was we now have the clear LCDs in use, and we have another one over on the operations side, and I'll show you that in a second. And on the back of that, we've attached the ATM so that if you happen to be visiting the base, you can find the ATM system. There's no plan to put a market in here, but we do have the mission terminal just for people to be able to do some mission work. Now, one of the things that we did put in is we went ahead and put in an old school mini airlock system. So we have the vent down there. Now all of this is piped in, so if we close these off, so it does hold pressure, so if we need to for some reason, we do have an airlock here. So, and again, like I've said before, a lot of the time that I build stuff like this, I build it in such a way that I can reuse the blueprints on other planets and other playthroughs. So when I'm playing through things that I'm not recording, like just playing to play, I will sometimes reuse the things that I've built in other playthroughs. But, that's just me. Alright, so we do have the hangar doors in and welded up. We still need to work on the exterior shape of what we want the exterior of the building to look like. Right now it is just a big flat piece, and we will probably be changing that because, well, I think everybody knows that I don't like big flat surfaces. on any of my builds, be it a building or a ship. They happen sometimes, but I do like to try and make things look a little interesting, you know, so we'll see what we can do with that. Now, we did do a little bit over here for the front side just to give it a little bit of visual interest. Actually, do I have plates on me? No, I don't have any plates on me. Let's grab some plates. Actually, I don't know how many plates I've got left. Let's see. Oh, we're back up to 20k. Okay. That's fine then. Alright. Alright, so let's get this. Just because, you know, we've got the rest of them welded up, we may as well go ahead and weld that one up too. Alright, so that's basically where we are right now. So I've had a couple of naming suggestions for this new lifter thing. I'm not sure which one I'm going to go with. So this week for Friday's video this week, we will do the official naming of this beast. So if you have names that you want to put forward, put them down in the comment section, and we'll comment on them, and we'll do it a little bit more democratically than we have in the past. If you put a name in for the ship, if you see if somebody else has put that name in that you like, hit the like button on the comment, and then that way we can we'll do some comment voting. All right. So there was a couple of things I wanted to do on the base actually, but let's get a little bit of this welded up. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to leave these types of things unwelded. Mainly because of the fact that I'm wanting it to be more of a, I guess you'd say like a stress system. So it's there, it's actually in place, but it's not, you know, completely solid. I just think it makes it look a little bit more interesting. Now there are some things like this area that we did have to weld up, so I'm probably going to go ahead just to even out that area, and weld that kind of stuff up. But I'll probably leave the edges here all the way around as unwelded, and then go through and clean up the areas, because there's a couple of areas over here, I think, yeah, like right here where the block has been welded, and there we'll leave that welded up. And then just leave this stuff to be set up as a trussing. So on this side, one of the things that I was thinking about doing is grabbing some of these small sloped LCDs. What do we need to place these? Steel plates, perfect. And I want them to be this one, I think. I think this is the one. So if we go
fuel low.
Almost ran out of fuel. All right. We'll go over here. Let's get that off so it's not quite so annoying. Alright. We're going to refill our hydrogen tank really quick. Come on. Ah. It'd be really nice if you could force that to, you know, like have the ability to, if you clicked on it, to say, to refuel tanks now, so you don't have to wait for it like that. Alright. And what do we need for one of these? Actually, we'll just do it the easy way. Let's do it the easy way. And we'll go ahead and drop the plates off. I know, I wasn't thinking about it before I got in there, so. Okay, so did I not pick that stuff up? Okay. What do you mean you can't withdraw displays? Really? Okay. Display. Hey, 200 of them. Oh, nope. You. Hey, look at that. Everything was withdrawn successfully. Okay. And so what I'm thinking here is we'll actually put in one letter. We're going to spell a couple words here, right? I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. Alright, so we want text, edit text, and we are going to change is this all of them? Okay. Yeah, okay. So we're going to set them all for text. Okay, so it's fine with those. Interesting. Okay. Have it center, and we're going to say no padding. Now, I'm not sure how big the font size needs to be. I guess. If it wants to work for us, we'll have to let it work for us, right? Let's go 20%. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go through here and go. And make this a sign advertising the fact that it's a charging station. Now, I could come through and actually do that in here, but that's no fun. Ah! Alright. Now, remember to hit OK and not back out, because if you back out, it won't save the text that you entered. Right. And then over here, it's going to say stations. How many was that anyway? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Really? That works out fairly well. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're just going to do this really quick. I'm going to grab the parts. We're going to weld these up. But I'm not going to worry. I'm not going to worry too much about getting the text on it. Just want to give you an idea of what we're going to do with these. And the idea is that, you know, if somebody happens to be visiting, to be able to sit down over here, recharge your systems, you know, go check your missions, maybe grab some shut-eye in the bedroom down there. Yeah, so okay. Alright, so we're needing to get some work done on the base itself. Now, on the interior piece, because of the way we've got the lighting in here, I've gone every fourth block Alright, so we have one block, it counts 1, 2, 3, and then 4 is another light. 1, 2, 3, and 4 is another light, etc., etc. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that'll be another light. Okay. Oh, we can grab plates now. Okay, so let's grab these really quick. We'll grab like 500. Should be enough for now. Oh, and then for the airlock, before I forget. It's not completely piped in. And this is one of the reasons why it's taking me so long to get stuff done. It's because I've been building and welding as we go, because I want to make sure we have the wall sealed so that this area down here will be enclosed as well. And what we'll end up with, and right now it's not there, but eventually I'm going to hollow out the area under this so we can put a layer down below. And what we'll have is we'll have some walkways over here, and then we'll have like a more permanent structure built out under the hangar space. And what this is going to be for is all of those connectors and any additional connectors that we put in place. We'll have all of our piping run down underground, and it'll all come back into the network in various positions. That way, if we lose part of it due to some kind of attack, or you know, because eventually NPCs are going to probably get to us, and with our defenses being what it is and the way that the game works, we know things are going to explode. So what we're going to do is we're going to have things set up so that it's there's a lot of redundancy in the system, or at least some redundancy in the system. And so I want to make sure that we can get some stuff done. And one of the things that I was thinking about doing is, once all of this ice is removed down here and we have everything emptied out, I was actually thinking about potentially putting in just walkways in some of the areas. So you know how, like, when you go into an auto mechanics place, there's that channel in the middle that you drive over so that they can, the pit area, that they can work on the car without having to put the car up on lifts or anything like that. So I was thinking something like that might be kind of interesting to have in here as well. So we may have some open areas with, maybe like walkways over part of it. So yeah, we'll see how that all works out. Anyway, that's what we're doing right now. Okay, so we know that this is going to be one of our columns. And so basically what I'm doing here is I'm making sure that we have the areas that we need to have defined. Pretty much obviously defined is what I'm looking for here. Let's go one more there. Alright. And now we do have enough room here. We'll go ahead and fill this in. May as well fill these two in as well. So what I'm thinking is I may go, because a lot of times I'll do stuff like this, and then we'll do a half block in, and then we'll have another one down here, which isn't a bad design. But I'm thinking I may change that up a little bit and rotate that 90 degrees. So instead of doing it where it's vertical, we do it where it's horizontal. That also gives us the option that if we choose to, we could do a 2x1 in there for windows. Which is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to do the, for lack of a better term, which some people may call church glass or church style window. So This is for a couple of different reasons. One of them being it increases the amount of natural light we get inside the base. I am a huge fan in this game, especially on making sure that we actually have daylight available. Now, the problem that I'm going to run into with this is I won't be able to do it here because of the way that the base is set up. Because if I take these out, we lose pressurization, the air tightness inside the building there. So what I may need to do is instead, I mean, I guess I could technically still do this. You just end up with a short window. Well, I mean, I guess it's still the same amount of room. Let's see, so you are attached. So if I take... I may have to rebuild the stairs there a little bit. So if I take you and you out... We do what, 3 there? Do that. Sounds like something just broke. Yep, the stairs broke. That's okay. We know what we're doing. We're putting them back there anyway, right? Alright, so if we go ahead and take you guys out. And that's going to break that stair. Did I not break the stairs? Oh, nice. Okay, that is actually beneficial. Alright, so let's go ahead and get you out. Get you out. And I guess we did do that. Oh, yeah. So if we go ahead and do this. Get some of this stuff welded up. You know, because it's like, may as well, right? I need steel plates. Oh, because I didn't pick up 1,000, that's right. Oh, they had a couple hundred plates on me. Lots of steel plates. Alright. Let's get these guys welded up. And get this done. And what we'll do is after we get all of this done, I'm going to repeat the same pattern on the other side. If I make any fundamental changes, I'll let you know, but I think that's what we're going to do for here. Yeah. Oh, I'm kind of liking that. What do y'all think? I mean, we could even take that down a level so that it was actually all the way down. And then take the half block out and put a window in there, but I kind of like it like this, I think. I mean, the only other thing I might do is I might do something like this. Okay. Where we might do that. just to break the lines up a little bit. Just a little bit. And then that, basically the door takes that place anyway, so... Okay, so if we do that, and we go like so. So we did 3 with the half block there. We're going to repeat this. Alright, so let's get this welded up. And then I do think what we'll do is for this area here, let's grab some girders really quick. We don't need a whole lot of these. And we're going to do the 2x1 windows, which I think are those, right? And so what we'll do for these guys is we'll end up with stuff like this. Yeah. And then that allows us to have a little bit of wiggle room on how we do the interior design. I would like to bring some light in through the ceiling. But we're not really going to be able to do that because we've got the landing bay, the landing pad up above. So probably need to rework a few things. Not the first time around here, right? Get this up. Yeah, I figured it's a Monday. Y'all have asked to see more of the building stuff, so you're going to get to see more of the building stuff today. At least for now. But yeah, I do like the way that that's coming together, actually. Oh, and then for in here, we're gonna go like this.
Energy low.
And just want to make sure that that still holds a seal. It does. Okay. That's good. Alright. So I think that's what the exterior of the base is going to look like. And then what we'll do is we'll deal with some of this area. Like I want to put a little bit more depth in certain areas. So like here-ish, I'm thinking maybe bring this out for the half block on the verticals. And I may actually repeat that there. And then out here, we're going to do the same, where we'll have, basically we'll extend these out a little bit. And on this side, I may actually go with the full-on, like, formal style bracing. What do y'all think about that? because then we can do with this. Do I want to go this way? So we can do something like that to tie it all together. Let's see.
Fuel low.
Why is my fuel low again? Who knows?
Fuel critical.
I didn't think I was using that much. Alright, let's grab some ice here. Refill, please. There we go. Come on. Thank you. Alright. So let's grab... There you go. One more of those. And then we'll do the same thing that we did over there, over here. Whoop. Helps if I use the right shape. Right. And again, all this really is to add a little bit more depth to the to what we're building. And from here we can get away with that. We're gonna do the same on this side. There you go. Mainly to just, you know, give us a different play on the way that the lighting system and the shadows are gonna work. I may end up leaving those unwelded and basically just weld like here. And then that way we get a little bit more play in the shadow system. And that one gets welded up. And then that gets left as it is. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that, I think. Now, the one thing that we do run into is that unlike the long side of the building, where we have, you know, enough room to put a window in the middle, we only have 2 width here. So I'm thinking carry these lines that we've got already going on. We'll do half block there, half block here. I mean, I could actually do...
Energy low.
That could actually be interesting. Nah, because I don't have any girders. I accidentally welded girders into one of the windows. Alright, so let's grab... Oh, that should be enough. Alright, so if I'm thinking, if we go like so,
Energy critical.
and we do the like that. There we go. And now we put those in. That could be something. Not necessarily sold on it yet. And then for here we do this. Let's see what this looks like when we bring this down. I don't know. I think I could get down with that. I think that'd be kind of nice. Let me know what you think. For now, that's what we'll do for now. Which means we need to take you out. Take you out. We want that and that. We're gonna win a window there, and then we go back here. And I think what we had over there, yes. That should be all of that. Alright. Let's jump up here really quick. Get our power back really fast. Alright, so I have to say, I am kind of happy with the way that the base is shaping up right now. Like I said, when I first started the build, I was just like, okay, I've got a general idea of what I want to do. I didn't have a whole lot set in stone on what we were going to have completely encompassed in here. But I do think that with where we are right now, I think we're in a good position with the base. So the only thing left at this point, let's go take a look at this really quick. Yeah, I think that's going to work really well. And then we have our ice field here. This is for our for hydrogen. The reason I haven't started mining this, like actively mining this, is because we don't have tanks yet. I haven't decided where I'm gonna set up our tank storage, which I do think is going to end up back here somewhere. I am fairly sure we're going to end up moving the stuff that's in this cargo container over into the welding container for now. Take this cargo container out. And maybe run a line of hydrogen tanks back here. Like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 hydrogen tanks. I don't know yet. I mean, I guess I could actually build a full-on storage facility back here. Because we were talking about having the large ground-based vehicles being able to have like a parking and docking area back here. So it wouldn't be a bad idea. But I'm thinking maybe build like 2 storage silos. That could actually be kind of interesting. While we're thinking about this here, that's 3, so we want that to come out a little bit. That'll let us get the last of the upgrades in on those 2. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I want that to at least to be there. 3. And then over here we're gonna have another one, actually. Let's see, would it make more sense to do it this way then, maybe? So here's what I'm thinking. Something like this. And then obviously what we'll end up with is these will be moved out a little bit. But we'll have large cargo containers, like say two or probably two stacked on either side. Which means I may need to bring these out one more. Because what we'll end up with is something like that. And hell, I could even... Oh, I don't have the LCD mod. Or the... So there's a mod that's available that... You're running away, you're running towards... Okay. Are you actually over here? I see wolves. It's up here somewhere. Where you at, buddy? Says he's right here. I'm not seeing him. Oh, there it is. I see the little waggy tail. I've been harvesting them because of the power cells. We've been getting like some really nice material off those guys. Alright. There you go. We'll throw those back in there. Okay. So what I was thinking before I was rudely interrupted, there's a mod out that will that replaces the cargo containers, all three cargo containers, the large, medium, and small, for both large and small grid, with a container that has an LCD display on it on one edge when you're looking at the connector. And basically it has a red, yellow, and green progress bar on it. So the closer you are to full, the closer to red you get, right? And so it has a visual indication without actually having to go into the inventory system. You can just look over at your cargo, bunk, or I should say your storage blocks, and it'll show you how much capacity is, or how close to your capacity for that particular storage block. Because when you go into the inventory, you get that information, but you have to go in here, and then you look at the, what is it? Inventory for it. Yeah, so, and it tells you you're out, this is what, like 1/5, right? Actually 1/6. So without having to go in, it'll actually have a little indicator telling you that that particular cargo container is, pretty empty. If it's full, then it turns all red. It's a really cool mod, but I don't know if it's been updated because I haven't used it in probably almost 2 bloody years. But I actually did use it on a couple of builds before. I found that in areas where you're doing something where you need to be able to see, like if you've got a lot of material, because what I was using it for was I had basically one cargo block, one large cargo bin for each resource type. So what I had was, you would look at this, basically a wall of cargo stuff, and each cargo was set up to be only, say, gold ingots, silver ingots, iron, whatever. And then I had a separate system for monitoring and maintaining the actual components. So that was its own thing, but I mean, I know I can do it. I can effectively do the same thing with the automatic LCD2 script. So I'm trying to figure out which way does it make more sense to do. Because I've already got the operation system set up running LCD2. So I may just do that. Yeah, that may be what we do. And if we do that, then it doesn't matter so much what we're doing over here. Because this is going to be there. Oh, I'll have to move that all over one. Maybe I'll just make one. So if we do one of these, of course, I just took out blocks I'm gonna have to put back. Ah, oh, damn it, hell! Because these are the areas that we're going to put rounded blocks in. And let's go, if we go... Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's just go ahead and plan for this system. That's 1, 2, 3. Let's bring it out one more. Right? Because once that's gone, that's actually going to sit here. Alright, so that's going to sit there. The outer armor wall is going to be here. So get the corners in. Now, I actually had thought about doing these as water tower style, but I didn't want to go through the building basically a sphere with a line dropping down on it. Which, I mean, it might not be a bad idea, but let's grab some interior plates. Let's see what this looks like first. Oh, I already have some interior plates. Let's grab 100 anyway, just because we can. I actually have it on the block already, so we do that. Move the window, because we don't actually... I may do some stuff with that too, but... Right, so what I'm thinking here is we do 1, 2... 3 might be too much. I think 3 is too much. Yeah, 3 is too much. So if we're going to do that, do I want 2 of these is the question. Because what we're going to end up with is if we do this... how many of these are we doing? 2 of those? Right. And we're going to end up with effectively the same thing there. Hey, look at that. My crappy math skills worked out for me. And then for here, we're going to end up with basically Do I really want to deal with that? No. Not really. Alright. So what you end up with here is something a little bit like this. On both sides. Alright, and then are you a tight corner or are you the... just to show you kind of what we're thinking here. 2, 3. You see where we're going here, hopefully. So basically something like this. Let's go. Flip this around. And then one of the things that I was talking about doing was actually do that. And then we could do something like this on the flat sides. I know what we can do from here is we can actually have like connectors or something on some of them, and then maybe vents on some of them over here. Like we could actually either put vents or just the vented windows on it. Makes it look like, you know, your storage isn't completely sealed off. It's, you know, you get some circulation in there, so you don't have to worry about rot and decay. How many plates do I have? I've got enough to... Let's take a look at this. And this will give us an idea of what it's going to look like when it's done. We're just looking at general shapes right now. I mean, we could even leave some of those unwelded so that you get a little bit of difference in the surface. Just grab me 1,000 plates, that's fine. You know, they don't even have to all be completely welded up if we didn't want to. Maybe we could do something like that. You know, there's all sorts of ways of playing with the build process or the build states. So there's always the potential that you can come back with a tier 1 grinder and just finish grinding these, like grind some of these down or something so that you get a little bit of variation in there. So if we do that, let's get rid of that, grab that. So you end up with, you know, something like that. And then when the large container is welded up, that gives us a little bit of option. But I'm thinking, I don't know, what do y'all think? I'm thinking that might work. That might work actually pretty well. Let's this one up really quick. Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. And then the nice thing is that if we decide that we do want more, we have a bit of space over here to build out into if we need to. But I'm thinking we are going to end up with probably a small habitation area out here somewhere. So we have our hangar with, you know, an area for pilots to rest. You've got your hangar ops, you know, flight ops area in there. Since we have storage here, that we've got our primary industrial complex right here. This will be piped in, like I said, once we have this all piped in and we have these built, we'll move the stuff out and then we'll pipe it in. Where am I going to pipe that in? I guess I could pipe it from here. Have it run. Oh, well, hell, we've got conveyors, or we got. Oh, that was almost too perfect. I may have to tear this down and move it all over one block. And then we just have it piped straight in. And then we tear this one down and do the same on the other side. Or we could leave. That one's pretty much directly in the middle. So I guess we could move it over. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll end up with 3 towers. Yeah, let's do 3 towers. And then that way what we can do is we can actually have the cargo piped straight in here. And so all of them will be interconnected through the grid itself. Yeah, I'm liking that. Okay. So, this video has gone much longer than expected, once again. Seems like my videos are tending towards the longer side lately. So, what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of this off camera in between now and when we come back for Wednesday. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break this all down, move it over one block, leave this where it is, and then build a 3rd tower over here. Actually, well, over here, let's, so we want the center to be there. Is that right? Yeah. So we're going to end up with this. And I know some of you are wondering why we're keeping the conveyor junctions. The idea is that you never know when we're going to get to the point where we're ready to maybe excavate under here. And so if we start cutting under this, I want to be able to make expansions or changes to the base without having to move everything into other containers, because if you put a cargo container down here... Do I have a cargo one here still? No, okay. So if I were to put a cargo container in, another one of the large containers, it doesn't attach to all 9 positions. It only attaches to that center. So if I need to remove that block that it's sitting on later, in order to pipe things into it, it's going to cause problems. So what I do is I generally, as a rule of thumb, put down a conveyor junction where I'm putting down large cargo containers. Now, it's not always true if I know that it's going to be something that I'm not going to modify later, or if I'm going for a specific aesthetic in the build. But in this case, because it is on the bottom, we're going to go ahead and put those in, just because that way if I need to, I can just take one block out, weld that up, and do whatever I need. Or I can just mine into the area under it, because we may actually come back and make this whole thing a large pad back here that we may do other stuff with. I haven't decided yet. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the last of these bad boys in. Alright. And then basically we're going to end up with something that's like that. Which I think is actually going to look pretty good when it's done. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get this last one moved, get everything ground down, rebuilt, and welded up. But we're going to go ahead and call this one here. So I'm going to thank you all for stopping in. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw those down in the section below. If you are new to the channel, haven't done so already, or just want to start the week out on a positive note for me, be sure to hit that subscribe. And if you want to be kept up to date, don't forget to turn on the little notification icon. I've had people ask me what that is. It's the little bell looking thing next to the subscribe button. You can't miss it. Anyway, on that note, we're going to get out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we will see you back here on Wednesday for more Space Engineers. As always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. Okay, let's go get some stuff ground down, and actually I need to empty my inventory, grind all this stuff down, and put it back together again. Yay!